Hi everybody, I'm here today to tell you about my adaptive equipment that I designed. I designed it for Harold, who's a 68-year-old male diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And the problem that I addressed with my adaptive equipment is his low physical endurance, especially when he uses his upper extremities. One of his goals was to incorporate energy conservation techniques during his leisure activities. So the equipment I designed is a portable book holder. And I started out with a wire coat hanger, plain old wire coat hanger, and ended up bending it in this shape. And then what I did was I took a computer network cable, cut off the ends of it, and then spliced it the length of the cable to get the wires out of it. And then I used that to cover the wire coat hanger so that it would have a little bit more gription to it, so the book wouldn't slide so much. And one of the problems I encountered to start with was just even coming up with an idea that where the supplies would be no cost. That was a challenge in and of itself. And I kind of overcame that just by some critical thinking and some creativity, poking around out on the internet. And then another problem I encountered was on how to get the wires out of this cable. And so cut off the ends, but then there's a bunch of wires in here, and I started trying to pull them out, but that didn't quite work. So I consulted my husband, who happens to be into the computer field, and suggested that I just splice the cable and get the wires out, and that seemed to work pretty good. So this is the book holder, and the way it works is you can just place a book you're reading in the book holder, and that way you don't have to use your arms to hold the book. I know that sometimes when I'm reading a hardback especially, it gets pretty tiring holding a book up. So this way it accomplishes Harold's goal. It allows him to conserve energy while he's doing his leisure activities, in that he's not having to hold the book. So he could sit at a table like this and read would be one of his options, and then he just turns the pages to the next page and continues to read his book. So that's one option. Another problem that I encountered was, well, what if Harold doesn't want to sit at a table and read his book? Or he also likes to spend time with his grandchildren. One of his goals was to be able to spend more time with his grandchildren, but he can't because he gets so tired because of his congestive heart failure. So one of my problems I encountered was how to make this book holder more portable. So what I'd like to do now is take you into the den and show you how I overcame that problem. So I had a problem of making this book holder portable and more useful than just sitting at the table. And obviously if it's just here on my lap, if I'm on the couch, it works sorta. But what I did to overcome that problem was I got a lap desk and I put 2 pieces of Velcro tape on the lap desk, and then what I can do is I can Velcro down the book holder onto the lap desk, and then I can kind of get the lap desk steady here, and then I can put my book right side up in the book holder, and then I can sit on the couch and read my book. The other thing that this will allow Harold to do is, since he likes to spend time with his grandchildren, one of the things he could do was he could have a grandchild sitting on this side and a grandchild sitting on this side on the couch, and he could get a children's storybook. Kids love for the grown-ups to read to him, and he could put the storybook in his lap, and that way both kids could see the story as Harold's reading to either one of his grandchildren. So that would be a way that he could conserve energy during his leisure time, and that way get to spend time with his grandchildren as well. The other way that Harold could use this portable book holder, now that it's attached temporarily to a lap desk, is he could also be laying in bed and kind of put this on his chest, if you will, if you can imagine me laying on the couch, and put this on his chest and then prop the book up in front of him. while he's laying in bed. So that would be another way that he could use this book holder to conserve energy. So hopefully this is a piece of adaptive equipment that would be useful to Harold to meet his goals, to help him conserve energy due to his congestive heart failure.